Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to another review, as today I am here to review the 5th episode of The Mandalorian. I know we've already come this far. It's going by fast, ladies and gents. It is going by fast, ladies and gents. So there was a lot of anticipation going into this episode with how amazingly and chilling the last episode left off. And I was extremely hyped going into this episode, and after watching it, it was pretty solid. Now, this is definitely the best looking episode we've ever seen from The Mandalorian. The new planet Mando and Baby Yoda arrive on in this episode. It looks absolutely amazing. It actually felt very reminiscent of the planet from Rise of Skywalker that Kylo Ren goes to in the beginning of the film. And we also see some progression not only from the character of the Mandalorian, but as well as the relationship between Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian. Now, this is certainly one of those episodes where it's nearly impossible to really go more into depth on my thoughts about this episode without talking about some of the stuff that happens in chapter 13. So if you have not seen the new episode of The Mandalorian, I'd recommend to go and watch it and then come back here and watch the rest of this video, because I sure got a lot to say about this episode. Alright, so with that being said, with this episode being titled The Jedi, and seeing where this show was going, you'd think Ahsoka Tano was going to be in this episode, which she is. And her introduction at the top of this episode was great, and the way they designed Ahsoka in this live action format was fantastic, because she's a very difficult character to transform from animation to live action visually. Alright, now I do have some mixed feelings with this episode. The first thing that I wasn't a totally big fan of was Grogu. Yeah, that's right, folks. Baby Yoda has a name. And look, is the name pretty ridiculous? Yeah, a little bit, but does it make sense considering, he is an alien at the end of the day? I mean, yeah, sure, but I'm sure we'll get used to it, and I just think he didn't need a name, alright? The child did not need a name. Baby Yoda did not need a name. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. It's what it is. Baby Yoda has a name now, and it's Grogu. I'm still gonna call him Baby Yoda, but he got a name, and we gotta live with it. Now, going into this episode, I was expecting, obviously, to somewhere for Mando to meet Ahsoka, and then I was like, ooh, probably Moff Gideon's probably gonna track him to the planet that they're on, and then it's probably gonna tease us with like this big battle we're gonna have with Ahsoka and Mando and Moff Gideon and his crew and everything, and it's gonna be awesome, it's gonna be amazing. And none of that really happened. I mean, yes, while Mando did meet Ahsoka, which was very cool, he ended up helping her out with this town that was being controlled by these very evil people, and it kind of turned out to be a little bit of a side mission. And then going towards the end, Ahsoka's like, yeah, no, bro, I mean, Baby Yoda has a lot of emotions, I've seen this before, I don't think I could train him, but you know what? You should go to this Jedi temple, that's where you should go. And then maybe a Jedi will sense Baby Yoda and go to you, and she sends him on his way. So it was totally not what I was expecting from this episode. In fact, it actually left me a little underwhelmed by the end of the episode, and I came to terms with what actually happened rather than what I expected to happen, and I accepted this episode for what it was. But if, and it's a big if Ahsoka does not return this season, which I think she will, no way they can leave her at that. But if she does not return, and we never see Ahsoka again, I will be very, very, very disappointed, because we're over here spending 2 episodes to get to Ahsoka so she can help Mando and Baby Yoda. Not Grogu, but Baby Yoda, and all she does is send them off to another Jedi temple, and maybe they'll, get some help there. I mean, that can't be it. You can't leave Ahsoka Tano there. And she still seemed like she had a lot of interest in both Mando and Baby Yoda, at least in helping them, and I do think she'll return. I think there's a very strong possibility that she will return. But if she doesn't, but I think she will, but if she doesn't, I'll be very disappointed. However, there was also a surprising mention of Grand Admiral Thrawn, which was pretty cool to say the least. I mean, are we gonna see him in The Mandalorian? I don't know. Would it be cool? Absolutely, but totally not what I was expecting. So overall, while I don't think Baby Yoda needed a name, at least at this point in the show, I mean maybe later, but right now I don't think Baby Yoda needs a name. And while what went down in this episode totally wasn't what I was expecting, but I accepted it for what it was. It's still a very, very, very fun episode. The way they transformed Ahsoka Tano visually, they did a great job with that. Rosario Dawson did a brilliant job playing her as well, and this is definitely the best looking Mandalorian episode we've ever had, I'd say, at this point of the show. But again, if this episode is all we see from Ahsoka Tano, I will be a little disappointed, I gotta say. I will be a little disappointed, and I think some other people will as well, but I don't know. Those are my thoughts of The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 5, Chapter 13, The Jedi. And with that being said, tell me down in the comment section below of what you think of this episode of The Mandalorian, and don't forget you can follow me at The Kid Critic on Instagram or at Kid Critic on Letterboxd, and don't forget to like and subscribe because that is very important, and as always in every single video, look out for the next video or review, and peace.